She was covered in dirt, shivering under a broken bus shelter, and yet, when I gave her a job at my bakery, I had no idea who she really was. No clue about the truth she was hiding, or the fortune that would change everything. Before I tell you how a homeless woman saved my life and revealed a secret that shook our entire town, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Gentle Spirit, where every story reminds us that kindness is powerful, and love always finds a way. It was a rainy Thursday morning in Chicago. The kind that made even the strongest hearts feel a little heavy. I was running late to open my bakery, Sweet Mercy, a little corner shop my late father helped me build from scratch. As I turned the corner near Elm and 7th, I spotted a figure huddled beneath the bus stop, skinny, trembling, barely covered in a torn shawl. She looked maybe 30, maybe 50. Her tangled hair and hollow eyes made it hard to tell. Her fingers were red with cold, and she was clutching a crumpled photo to her chest. I paused. People passed her like she was invisible. But something, maybe the way she looked at that photo, or maybe it was God, made me stop. "You okay?" I asked gently, holding out a cup of hot coffee from my tray. She flinched, startled, then met my eyes. "No one asks me that anymore," she whispered. "I'm fine. Thank you." Her voice was soft, educated even. Not what I expected. I introduced myself. "I'm Hannah. I run that bakery over there. Want a warm place to sit? Maybe something to eat?" She hesitated, then nodded. That was the beginning. I learned her name was Margot. She barely spoke that first day, just sat in the corner by the ovens, cradling the cup and staring out the rain-washed window. But the next morning, she was back. Waiting before I unlocked the door. "Can I help?" she asked, eyes cast downward. I didn't know why I said yes. I had no idea if she was clean, if she'd steal, or if this was a mistake. But I said yes. At first, she just swept floors. Then I saw how her hands moved, precise, practiced. I watched her knead dough like someone who'd done it 1,000 times. By the end of the week, she was baking croissants better than mine. One morning, a customer bit into a lemon tart she made and said, "This tastes like LaRue's. You know, that 5-star restaurant that burned down 5 years ago." Margot froze. "Do you know them?" I asked after the customer left. "No," she said too quickly, wiping her hands on her apron. But something was off. One evening, I found her asleep in the back room again. I covered her with a blanket and noticed the same photo she always clutched. This time, I looked closer. It was her. Younger, well-dressed, standing beside a man in a chef's coat. The sign behind them read, "LaRue's Fine Dining, Grand Opening 2007. My heart dropped. Was she lying? A criminal? Or something else? The next morning, I confronted her. "Margot, I saw the photo. Why did you lie?" She didn't deny it. She just sat down, face pale. "I was Margot LaRue. Co-owner of LaRue's. My brother Julian and I built it together. But after he died in a kitchen fire, everything collapsed. I blamed myself. I couldn't run it without him." Her voice trembled. "I walked away from everything. I thought maybe I didn't deserve success anymore. Or kindness. I didn't speak. I just knelt down and took her hands. 'You deserve a second chance.' She cried. So did I. Weeks passed. Margot was back. Not just physically, but in spirit. She laughed, she taught me recipes, she even started talking to customers. Then one day, a man in a black suit walked into the bakery. "I'm looking for Margot LaRue," he said. "I'm her family's attorney." Margot emerged from the kitchen, flour on her cheek, confused. He handed her an envelope. "Your brother Julian left you this. It took years to trace you." He never believed you were gone, he made sure you'd be taken care of when you were found. Inside the envelope was a deed. A downtown property. Once the site of their restaurant, now rebuilt, empty, and worth millions. Margot collapsed into a chair. She had walked away from fortune and legacy because of grief. But kindness had brought her back, to herself. Margot didn't keep the property for herself. She sold it, but not before opening one last kitchen inside it. A culinary training center, for women who'd been homeless, abused, or lost their way. She called it Julian's Table. She still works at Sweet Mercy part-time. She says it reminds her of how life began again. I never expected the shivering woman I gave coffee to would become my best friend. My mentor. My sister in spirit. Sometimes, the people who seem broken, are just waiting to be seen. Final message to viewers. If you've ever doubted the power of one act of kindness, let this story remind you. Giving someone a chance can change your life just as much as theirs. Margot was never just a homeless woman. She was a story waiting to be rewritten, with grace, with love, with faith. Yellow Heart, if this story moved you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Gentle Spirit, and share it with someone who needs hope today.